Forest Secrets and the Wisdom of the Old Oak. In a small town surrounded by a dense forest, there lived a 9-year-old boy named Jack. Jack loved spending time outdoors, running through meadows and climbing trees. However, lately, he had been facing a problem that made him feel uneasy. He often reacted very emotionally when someone hit or hurt him. His younger sister, Annie, also frequently teased him by making funny faces, which would provoke anger and tears in Jack. The mysterious path. One day, while wandering through the forest, Jack discovered an old, overgrown path he hadn't noticed before. The path was covered in moss and led deeper into the forest, to a place where the trees were thicker and older. Curious, he decided to follow it. The Old Oak. After a long walk, Jack reached a massive ancient oak. The tree was so large that its branches formed a green canopy, through which only rays of sunlight could slip. Jack sat down under the oak, wanting to rest. Suddenly he heard a soft whisper. "Hello, Jack," said a voice that seemed to come from within the tree. Jack looked around but saw no one. "Who is here?" he asked uncertainly. "It's me, the Old Oak. I see you have many emotions inside you that are sometimes hard to control. Would you like to hear a story that might help you?" Jack nodded, curious about what the tree might tell him. The Tale of the Wise Hedgehog. Long ago, in this very forest, there lived a little hedgehog named Julian, began the Old Oak. Julian was very sensitive. When someone teased him, he reacted with anger and tears, much like you, Jack. One day, as Julian was walking through the forest, he met an old fox known for his wisdom. The fox noticed that Julian was sad and asked him what was wrong. "I'm tired of everyone teasing me and making me feel bad," Julian confessed. "I understand," replied the fox. "But you know, Julian, each of us has an inner strength that we can use to handle difficult situations. Would you like to try?" Julian nodded, and the fox began to teach him how to breathe deeply, count to 10, and think of a peaceful place when he felt anger rising. Jack listened intently, imagining Julian learning new techniques. Soon, Julian had the chance to try out his skills. One day, when other animals started teasing him, Julian, instead of reacting with anger, took a deep breath, counted to 10, and imagined a peaceful meadow. To his surprise, he felt much better and did not let himself be provoked. An unexpected friend. Over time, Julian learned how to control his emotions and became more confident, continued the Old Oak. One day, while sitting under a tree, much like you are now, he met a little squirrel who also had trouble with emotions. Julian decided to share his knowledge and help the squirrel. Jack smiled, imagining Julian helping another animal. He understood that, like Julian, he too could learn to control his emotions and perhaps even help others. "Thank you, Old Oak," said Jack. "Your story has helped me a lot. I'll try to use these techniques the next time Annie teases me." "I'm glad I could help you, Jack. Remember, you can always return to me if you need advice," replied the Old Oak. Jack returned home with new knowledge and a determination to work on controlling his emotions. The next time Annie started teasing him, Jack took a deep breath, counted to 10, and imagined a peaceful place. To his surprise, he felt much better and did not let himself be provoked. Over time, Jack learned to handle his emotions better and better. Even his sister noticed the change and began to imitate him. Jack became calmer and more confident, and his relationships with others improved. One day, when Jack visited the Old Oak again, he heard, "Jack, I see you've made great progress. I'm very proud of you." Jack smiled and replied, "Thank you, Old Oak. Your wisdom has truly helped me. Now I know I can control my emotions and help others. Dear reader, consider how you handle your emotions. Can you take a deep breath when you feel angry? Can you imagine a peaceful place when someone teases you? Remember that each of us has an inner strength that we can use to handle difficult situations. Jack learned that controlling emotions is not only beneficial for himself, but also for his relationships with others. Perhaps you too will find this strength within yourself and be able to help others, just as Julian helped the squirrel.